Hi YouTube. Today we are making oatmeal raisin cookies. I'm doing a KitchenAid mixer, but you can use old-fashioned wooden spoon in a bowl and you would get the same results. So the first thing I'm going to add into my bowl is 1 cup of butter. Room temperature is really the best for these. Put those right in there. And we're going to just start that up so it starts mixing it. To this we're going to add our sugars. So I have 1 cup of brown sugar and half a cup of white sugar. And you want these to cream together, so that'll just take a minute. And we're going to add our eggs to this. Again, you're looking for something probably room temperature. If they're not quite there, it's not going to hurt a thing. So we are going to add 2 eggs. Once that's creamed up there. Okay. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And to our wet ingredients, we are going to be adding our dry ingredients once that has mixed up there a bit. We're going to give it a little assistance. Now, if your butter was, or your bowl or your butter was cold, you might have to scrape down the edges, which I do at this point, just so that my butter and my eggs are good and emulsified. Okay, so to this we're going to add our dry ingredients. We have 1 1/4 cup of flour, a half a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of salt, and 3 cups of oats. They don't really have to go in any specific order. I like to add the oats at the end just because there's so much more of it. And we're just going to add those right in. And then you're going to add whatever you want. So I'm adding raisins because I'm doing an oatmeal raisin. So at minimum you would want a cup. I usually just eyeball it. You could add chocolate chips, cranberries, nuts, anything you want. They're going to bake off just the same. So that looks all mixed up, and we will add our raisins. And again, I just eyeball it, but you're looking for probably about a cup. Okay, and that is that. So that is the batter for, or the dough for our oatmeal raisin cookies. I'm just gonna put that off here. I use a scoop for putting them onto the cookie tray, but you can use 2 spoons, you could use your hands, anything you like. I like to make mine a little bit on the bigger side, so I don't know, this scoop might be a 2-ounce or even 3-ounce scoop. Okay, so that's off of there. Just put that over there. Now I do like to give this a quick little, just make sure it's all off. The edges and everything at the bottom has been incorporated, which it looks like it has. So then, I'm just going to bring my tray over here. I use Silpats, so on my tray, but on my cookie sheet. But you can use parchment paper, or just spray it with some Pam or oil or butter or whatever you like, or usually use, and just scoop them on. So because I do large cookies, I do 6 on a tray, but if you're doing the smaller cookies, then you would probably get 12. that is that. And we are going to put these in a 325-degree oven for about 15 minutes. You are going to want to watch them. You do not want to overbake them because they will get hard. So they stay nice and soft if you don't. You don't need to press them down, but you can. You can just give them a little press, help them in the process. See, nothing to it. And so yeah, these are going to go in the oven for 15 minutes, and I'll bring you back when they're done and show you what they look like. So this is what you want them to look like before they come out of the oven. So as you can see, the edges, I hope you can see, the edges are just brown and the top is just slightly wet. Now, I'm gonna leave them on the pan for about 5 minutes before I take them off, and they will be perfect by the time they get taken off the pan. So this is about the stage where you want them to come off so that they're not overdone.